Good morning everybody, and a very warm welcome to Mildenhall and Volmer, and today is the Class 66 parade video. So I'm really looking forward to doing this video. I have been for a little while because I honestly don't know how many I have, and I have been intrigued ever since Alan actually did his original Class 66 parade video. That's what kind of set this video off, because it got me thinking about how many I had and I wasn't too sure. And so I thought, well, I'm going to do mine now because I think I have the majority of the 66 I want, but no doubt there'll be more to add as time goes by. So we're going to be doing that today. That's the whole point of today's video. So if you don't like Class 66s, then I suggest you cut the video now. And basically also just a little bit of housekeeping. I did make it to London yesterday and I did go on the train, so there'll be a bonus video on Monday out to do with that. So it's all about being out and about and a bit of a travel log heading into London and back, and various highlights of my trip in London. So without further ado, we're going to get started because I think this video is going to be quite long. And so let me spin you around and head you to the layout that way. So here we are at the layout, and what I'm going to be doing is I'll give you a full detailed rundown as to what these locos are, what I've personally done to them, and then obviously if any of you want to do the research and want to get your own, then at least you've got some details to go by. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So the first one to talk to you about, just a brief kind of look at all of them because otherwise this could take some time. The first one is going to be my Freightliner Hornby Class 66, and this is catalogue number R3922, and it's the Freightliner 66623. So there's the box, and so that's the first one in my fleet, which I've just dropped the box. So let me spin you around and have a look at it on the layout. So like I said, this is 66623 in the flesh. This is, like I said, a Hornby example, not to be confused with the Bachmann version. This particular 66 has had TTS sound fitted into it. It has also had an iPhone speaker fitted into it. This is the only one that's actually had an iPhone speaker fitted into this one so far. I just had one spare and I wanted to test the sound of it, and I'm really impressed with the sound of it. I won't go through all of them, but I will actually just switch this one on just so you could hear it in action. So I think it sounds pretty good, considering it's got an iPhone speaker in it. Like I said, it's got TTS sound. It's also been toned down. I've actually weathered it and put matte varnish on it to tone down the bodywork. I've also matte blacked the chassis and repainted the chassis, and I've also weathered the chassis as well. And she runs lovely. Let's see if she goes in the right way. So number 2 on my list of 66s, as you can probably hear, is actually also sound fitted. It's fitted with TTS sound, and that has a standard speaker, and it is the Maritime Hornby 66, which I love, and it is R3887, and it's Maritime Intermodal 2 60047, and here it is in the box. So let me spin you around and you can have another look at it. So here is 60047 in the flesh. and like I said, it's got TTS sound. It's got the standard speaker in it. The body has been modified in terms of it's got a high gloss finish on the chassis and on the body itself. It's in a sort of as new out the paint shop condition. A few extra details have been picked out which aren't on the original 66s or by Hornby, so I've just picked out a few additional details, and it's now kind of really made it ping. So I'm really pleased with this. So away it goes. I think the CV needs to be changed on that to slow that one down. So number 3 on my Class 66 list is my final Hornby Class 66, and it is 66 587. The R number is R3923 Ocean Network Express, which is the pink 66. And this is also fitted with TTS sound installed on this particular Class 66. So let me spin you around and show you what it looks like. So, as well as having TTS sound fitted to this particular locomotive, this Class 66 has also had a body refurb. So I've basically, again, like the Maritime one, I've glossed the body, glossed the chassis to give it this kind of as new condition, and also added some etched lighting on the front, as well as on the other 2 Class 66s. So this is 66 587 Ocean Network Express, and this is my 3rd Class 66 and my final Hornby 66. So number 4, it's like top of the pops, isn't it? So at number 4 is the first of 2 Hatton 66s, and this is the box for it, and this is H466029, which is the Colas Rail Class 66 847. So let me spin you around and I'll show you what it's like in the flesh. So this is 66847 in the flesh, and it's a beautiful runner. And like I said, I haven't had any issues with this 66 straight out of the box. The only thing I've done to this is add the etched nameplates, Terry Baker, which I ordered and got from Railtech. But other than that, it's as is. No sound fitted to this one. So, like I said, I have 2 Hatton 66s, and at number 5 we have another Hatton 66 H466035, and it is the CMEX Express 66780. So nothing's been done to this one at all. It's just been run. It doesn't actually have any sound or anything. It's just got a standard Hatton's chip in it that they recommended for the lighting. So let me spin you around and give you a look at that. So this is 66780, and it's just a beautiful loco. It really is. Love it to bits, and it runs really, really nicely. It runs really well. No bother with it at all, and everything's still attached. And I just love it to bits, and it's got fantastic detail of the Hatton 66s. So at number 6, we have this, which is my Bachmann example, Class 66. All the rest now are all Bachmanns now. This is one of the later version Bachmann 66s. The code for this is 32-738 and it's the class 66 711 cents and it's in the GB Aggregates livery. And this has basically just had the standard air dam fitted. It's had the nameplates fitted, that's attached to this, and it's had a TTS chip fitted to it as well. So let's just sort of see her on her merry way. Let's just make sure that she's facing the right way. It's a lovely loco, this. I wasn't sure about it at first when I bought it, but it's grown on me an awful lot. And it does look really great with the VTG wagons behind it. So there it goes. If you can hear some noise in the background, there's actually some building work going on outside. It's not the 66. So at number 7, we have a DB Schenker liveried class 66 with the DB Schenker logos on the side. It is 66152 and the catalogue number is 32-734. And the only thing it's had done to it is it's got a TTS chip in it. So that's got sound in it as well. And let's just get that going. And we'll send that on its merry way. But like I said, that at number 7 is this DB Schenker class 66. I do like the 66s in DB Schenker livery. So this is 66152 and this is my 7th 66. So in at number 8, we have this class 66, which is in a GBRF example, and it's a Bachmann example, like all the rest of them that you'll be seeing. It's in factory weathered condition. The catalogue number is 32980A, and it is the Institution of Railway Operators. And I do have a very soft spot for this one. I do like the GBRF livery. It's one of my favourites, but I like it because I also like this one because of the fact it's got some lovely weathering to it. I think it looks really nice, weathered and dulled down. So at number 8 is this GBRF Class 66 by Bachmann. So in at number 9 is this Bachmann Class 66 in the tube map livery called Harry Beck. It's a very special limited edition example, and it is at 32-979U, and it's Class 66 diesel 66721 in the GBRF tube map livery, produced especially for the Transport for London. This one is just DCC fitted, and I love the livery on it. It looks brilliant. So, and I have had some issues with this one, but I think it's just one of the wires came unsoldered. One of the pickups came unsoldered, so now I've done that, it's okay now. But I have had some issues with this particular one, but it's all right now, thankfully. And so at number 10, we have our GBRF Special Edition, and it is the Evening Star 32-983. I believe that Bachmann are going to be re-releasing this one. So for those of you missed out the first time round, you got a second bite at the cherry, as they say. And this has got Coastal DCC sound fitted into it, which I love. This is Coastal DCC Sound by Kevin. So it's really, really nice. I'll just start it up for you. As you can see, it was building up the air there. That's all completely random. So there's a lot of random sounds in here that you'll just listen to. If you hear any random sounds as I'm talking to you, they'll be just automated. It's not through me doing anything via my controller. I really do love the way it sounds. It's had an improved speaker in it. I can't remember which one I put in it, to be fair, but I did put another speaker into it. And I do love the horns in it, which is the pips. I like those. So we're just going to send it off, but like I said, I do love it. It hasn't had much runtime on the layout, to be honest. I should really run this a bit more because I do love it. It's one of my special locos. I have done nothing to this other than fit the DC Coastal DCC sound chip into it. So in at number 11 is 66416 in the Freightliner livery, and it's in the Powerhaul livery. And the code for this is 32-981. And like I said, it says on the box, Class 66, diesel 66416 in the Freightliner Powerhaul. I've had this one for some time, and I haven't fitted the air dam on this one, so I need to fit the air dam on this one. So this is one of the ones that I still need to fit an air dam to. It does have TTS sound installed in it, so that's got TTS in it as well. And it's a lovely loco. You don't see it often out and about, but there you go. In at number 11 is 66417 Freightliner in the Powerhaul livery by Bachmann. Okay, maybe I should have sent it the other way. There we go. So off it goes. So in at number 12 is this DB Cargo Class 66, and the catalogue number for this is 32734B, and it is 66117 in the DB Cargo. And this was kindly given to me and generously given to me by a subscriber of mine, and I love this logo, love this livery. I think it suits the 66 really, really nicely, and it's just DCC fitted. So in at number 13, lucky for some, or unlucky for some, is this Freightliner Class 66, and it's 66532, and it's in the old Freightliner livery, and it's called P&O Nedlloyd Atlas, and this has also been fitted with TTS sound, and the catalogue number for this is 32-732. And like I said, this is my oldest 66 that I own, and it's the oldest Bachmann 66 that I have in the original packaging that Bachmann did. And so at number 14, we have this Class 66, and it is 66065, and the catalogue number is 32-737, and it's the Class 66065 in the DB Schenker XDWS, and it is weathered. And it is one of my faves because it is weathered. It hasn't been run that much yet so far, but I do love it, and it's so nice to look at. I do like it. I do love it, the fact that it is weathered as well. So it looks ace. So this is number 14, and we'll send this one on its merry way. So at number 15, we have this limited edition model from Kernos, and it is the Mediterranean Shipping Company, called Sorrento. The catalogue number is 32-727W, and like I said, it's a limited edition Class 66709 Sorrento in the GBRF 10th Mediterranean Shipping Company anniversary livery, and it's produced exclusively for Kerno Model Rail Centre. And I do love this one. I have to say, I do love all my 66s, but I guess I love it because I love the ship on the side. I think it's such a fantastic livery. Also GBRF, absolutely brilliant. So it's a fantastic livery. It's also fitted with TTS sound in it. I've just fired it up, but I think I need to replace the speaker in this one, so I'm going to be replacing the speaker in this one because it sounds a bit iffy. But it is working, but it sounds a bit tinny. So I'm going to be getting rid of the speaker in this one, and in fact what I might be doing is ordering a batch of speakers from Richards at Roads and Rails for all my TTS fitted 66s to replace them with iPhone speakers and all of them, because I'm impressed with the one that's in my Freightliner 66, which you saw at the beginning of this video. So here we go, number 15, 66709 Sorrento. So I now finally know how many 66s I own in total. But do you? So in at number 16 is my recently acquired Biffa Class 66 783. And this is the Flying Dustman in the Biffa Red, and the catalogue number is 32741 SF, which means it is factory sound fitted with the new Lock Sound sound decoder version 5, and I'm really pleased with it. It sounds absolutely awesome. I haven't actually run it too much yet. I've given it a few laps, but I haven't been able to play with it properly, obviously with the layout being off its having engineering works. So I will be running this a little bit soon, shortly. I've still got the air dams to fit. I've still got the nameplates to fit on this one as well. I haven't done that on this either. So these are a few little jobs that I need to do, but let's just fire her up. I am feeling this one. This sounds absolutely awesome. I do love the sound in this one. I believe it's from Southwest Digital, but I'm not sure. It doesn't say anything on the instructions, but it is the standard factory fitted Class 66. It has some additional features on it. Like I said, like those random noises that you're hearing, those are completely random. It's not me pressing any buttons or anything like that. It does include two-tone horn, drive hold, coasting, and a number of other features. It has 20 functions in total, and you can also have the AWS vigilance alarm. So there's a number of features. So all that stuff that it's doing at the moment, all those sounds, it's got nothing to do with me. The sound chip is just randomly doing that. and it's absolutely brilliant. So we're just going to get this moving for you. So this is number 15, I believe, 16. Yes, number 16. So this is number 16. This is the Biffa Red GBRF Class 66. Right, it's going the other way. So I'll tell you what, I'll demonstrate the drive hold for you. So I'll crank it up. Now I do have to mess around with the CVs with this one because the CVs are out and it takes far too long to accelerate and decelerate. So I'll be adjusting the CVs on that one as well, so that's something else I need to do before I run it properly. And so at number 17 we have this, which is 66789, and this is British Rail 1948 to 1997 in the GBRF BR Blue Large logo livery, and the catalogue number is 32740, and this is a Bachmann example, not to be confused again like the Biffa with the Hattons. This is another Bachmann example. So this livery, I should say, I really wasn't sure about it at first, and I really wasn't sure whether to get it or not, whether I liked it, whether I thought it was fake and all the rest of it. I really wasn't, you know, because 66s didn't carry this livery. So I really wasn't too sure about this livery. And then Hatton sold out and I sort of forgot about it. And I popped into the model shop at St Paul, and there it was, sitting there on the display. And when I looked at it, I thought, it's actually really, really nice. I really like it. So I thought, I'm going to nab that and have that. It was the last one he had in the store. It's got a sound chip in it. It hasn't got no sound in it, but it does have a sound chip in it. And so I've now got this 66, which turned up a few days ago. And like I said, the catalogue number is 32740, and it is the Class 66 789 in the British Rail large logo blue livery. And that is number 17. And here is my final 66 of my fleet. And this is number 18. So that is how many I now have in my fleet. I currently have 18 Class 66s in my fleet. And this particular 66, yeah, this was one that I've been after for a little while. So let me give you some details. This is 66419 in the Freightliner Genesee and Wyoming livery, and it is 32-739 SF, which means it is also factory sound fitted with the same chip as the Biffa sound chip. And again, I've only just had this literally only a few days, but like I said, I really haven't had a chance to do anything with it. Just purely, like I said, because the layout's been out of commission. I finally decided to get rid of a load more stuff that I had knocking about, which I'm just simply not using. So that's basically covered the cost of the two sound fitted 66s. So there's no point having dead money in my flat. I don't see the point. I don't want stuff seizing up on me because I'm not using it. So the stuff that I've traded in was enough to cover the cost of the two sound fitted locos, and so I'm really pleased. and they sound absolutely great, and I know I'm going to use them, and it's befitting of my layout. And this particular 66, well, actually it wasn't 419 I saw, I think it was 413 I saw yesterday in London, but you'll also see it in the sort of clip, the intro clip. It's basically this delivery here. So let's just give this another fire up. So like I said, it has got the same chip as the Biffa Red one. It's got the Lock Sound decoder, version 5 in it. It sounds awesome. Like I said, I just haven't had the chance to really run it. So that will be a video that I'd really like to do soon, is just do a running session. So there you go. I should say that these also have active brakes on them. And this one also needs its CVs retuned, its acceleration and its braking settings need changing for my liking. They're too long to get going and too long to stop. So this concludes the end of my Class 66 parade video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. We now know how many I have, and I now have 18 currently in the fleet, and I'm very pleased with all of them. I'm particularly pleased with the 2 factory fitted sound ones which I've recently got, because I think it's a marked improvement on the original Class 66 factory sound fitted ones that they did. I'm also very happy with my Coastal DCC one as well. I think that's great. But I will be upgrading the speakers on all of my TTS fitted 66s to upgrade them to iPhone speakers, because I think that will improve all of them and they'll just sound so much better. I think the first one that I actually started with, the Hornby 66 with the iPhone speaker TTS chip, I think proves that. So just before we go, just look out for the bank holiday bonus video on Monday. So that will be just of my trip down to London. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it, and until the next time, it's goodbye from Mildenhall and Volmer. Goodbye. Beautiful, Bernard, beautiful.